Hey, everybody. Welcome, everyone. Everyone's welcome until you're not. Got some people going to come up with me, I think. Just waiting on them to get here. So it's a marvelous Monday. Hey, JR. Hi, Lori. I'm dropping the link. Anybody that wants to come up can come up. There we go. Now I got the link dropped. So, yeah, I hope everybody is having a marvelous Monday. Just going to be on here for a short time just to say hi to everybody and let you know I'm still working behind the scenes on my stuff. And Tony and I are working on some stuff for both of our channels together. Hey, honey. Okay, you're good.
Hey.
Hey.
So I just got an update that Gabby Petito's whoops, hold on, I have two devices going. Gabby Petito's mom made a statement about the note. So I don't know if you want
Oh,
me to read
really?
that. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, hold on. Mother of
Hey,
slain.
Amanda.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
The mother of slain travel blogger Gabby Petito shared that she is fed up Monday afternoon, just days after the release of a narcissistic confession from her daughter's suspected killer and boyfriend, Brian Laundrie, who penned the confession, which included a suicide note found near his body in October. Narcissists rewrite history to escape accountability. Read text on an image she included with the tweet, "You are not crazy." She also indicated that the truth will be revealed and that the family would not stop in this pursuit of justice for Petito. Laundrie claimed that he and Petito were trying to cross a stream when he heard a splash and a scream. Yeah, right. He framed Petito's murder as merciful. I couldn't find her a moment, shouted her name. I
Can't hear
couldn't
you.
find her for a moment, shouted her name, Laundrie wrote. Really gasping. Can you hear me now?
Yes, go.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay. Okay, I couldn't find her for a moment, shouted her name, Laundrie wrote. I found her breathing heavily, gasping my name. She was freezing cold. When I pulled Gabby out of the water, she couldn't tell me what hurt. She had a small bump on her wrist hurt, but she was freezing, shaking violently, which let me just put my thing in there. As a paramedic, that doesn't happen within that time frame. While carrying her, she continuously made sounds of pain. Laying next to her, she said, little gasping between violent shakes, gasping in pain, begging for an end to her pain. I don't know the extent to Gabby's injuries, only that she was in extreme pain. Dr. Brent Blue, Wyoming's Teton County coroner, ruled Petito's death a homicide as a result of manual strangulation and blunt force trauma to the head and neck. John Kelly, a criminal profiler and psychotherapist who has interviewed a number of murderers, said the note galls him and that he believes it shows Laundrie had exhibited signs of extremely narcissistic personality disorder and sociopathic disorder. He found her breathing heavily and gasping for breath, so he decided to choke her out, he said. Laundrie could have gone for help or called 911. Petito's phone was not destroyed by water damage, the FBI said in January that Laundrie allegedly used it to send fake text and admit to covering up the killing. You guys remember that? I remember that.
Yeah.
Jason Jensen, a Utah-based private investigator who has been following the case closely, called the note a blatant attempt to rewrite history. He writes this fair-cold tale about her falling down and getting injured while crossing Spread Creek, and describes how he couldn't leave her behind, Jensen said. He stated he ended her life. He could not admit, I killed her. Search crews found Petito's remains on September 19th at a campsite north of Jackson, Wyoming, where the couple had stayed in August. By then, Laundrie had already driven back to Florida in her van, using her debit card. He went on vacation with his parents, sister, and nephews around Labor Day weekend. When Schmidt reported her daughter missing on September 11th, the family declined to comment. Laundrie snuck away on September 13th despite being surveilled by the Northport Police Department and killed himself in an environmental park down the road at one of his favorite local hiking spots. On October 20th, police recovered his remains and the other belongings, including a dry bag and the note, after being led to a clearing by his parents. Law enforcement had searched the area for 5 weeks, but floodwaters hindered their efforts. Both of Petito's parents have sued Laundrie's parents, alleging that they withheld information about the 22-year-old's death and attempted to help their son flee justice. Schmidt has separately filed a wrongful death lawsuit. So that's
Wow.
what we have on that. Yeah. Did you guys read the note? I would suggest everybody to read the note if you haven't already. It's pretty wild. And there's a part in there, God, I have to remember. Give me a second, guys, my memory.
Yeah, see, I haven't
Um,
followed it as closely since I
yeah.
was following it a lot, but when she went missing, but then once they found her, I really haven't had the time to follow it as
Yeah,
close.
you read it, and if you read it slowly, like, don't just skip through it. Like, there's a part in
Right.
there where he discussed the hurt that he's caused the Petito family and the hurt that he's caused his parents. Well, nothing has happened. According to the Petitos, they didn't know that he killed Gabby. They just didn't know where he was. But now he's saying that the hurt that he's caused his parents, he talked about their hurt. Well, why should they hurt if they didn't find, if Gabby just wasn't found? He knew,
Exactly.
and the parents knew that he hurt her, that he killed her. They
Oh,
made a camping
absolutely.
reservation. Yeah, they made a camping reservation. Uh, they had it for a while for Labor Day weekend for 2 people. Right before he got home with her van, they made it for 3. And that was Brian by himself, no Gabby.
That's weird.
Yeah. He just couldn't admit to what he had done, that he hurt her on purpose.
Hey, Heidi.
Hey,
Um,
everybody.
yeah, you guys, I just caught that came up on here. If anything like that comes up on here, please just automatically block, because I'm done. Like we just discussed on Tony's channel, we're done. So anything
Yeah.
that comes up in chat, block it, hide it, whatever. Just do away with it. We don't want any part of it. So back to what we were talking about. Um, I mean, if my son had done that, I would take him to jail myself and say, answer
Oh,
their questions.
yeah. Absolutely. Especially Gabby. Gabby, I mean, it's not their blood, flesh and blood, but she was going to become their daughter-in-law. She was such a
Exactly.
sweet, everybody that talks about her, about how such a sweet person, sweet soul she was. And
Oh,
to
yeah.
be that, I mean, not to have any heart for her or what she was going through, or her parents, to just ignore the parents and not even say, they wouldn't even say in whereabouts she might be.
Yep.
And if he really hurt her on accident, why wouldn't he say she's here, or they say, okay, it was an accident. We're getting a lawyer, and let's at least tell them where the accident occurred. Nope, that wasn't done either.
Exactly. And if it was
So,
an accident and he really loved her, he would have ran or drove to the closest place to get her help.
and they had the phones, both two
Yeah,
working phones that he texted um her mom saying that she was okay, like, "Hi, mom," like it was her.
hmm Yep.
Remember those? I remember
Yep,
those.
I do. And
It was,
it's like watching her videos that she was making. You could tell she was a very sweet, loving, kind young lady.
yeah. He was becoming very possessive in the before, like, especially I think in the last year of their relationship.
Yep.
He was taking her
Going through
driver's
her phone.
license. Yep, taking her
hmm
driver's license and stuff. Um, trying to control her. And
Right.
if she did something, I'm from my ex is a narcissist as well.
Yeah.
But
Mine too.
if you do anything that they don't say is okay, or say what they want you to do, you're done. If you do anything that, doesn't include them at every moment, they're done. But they can do it to you.
Exactly.
It's okay for them to do it to you.
Right. Well, that's what, I tell I tell all the my son's friends and stuff, that and I even told it to my one of my son's girlfriend because he was playing around like he was going to go through her phone. I told him, I was like, that's not acceptable. Give her phone back. And he was like, Mom, I was just joking. I wasn't really going to go through her phone. I'm like, well, I'm glad you were just joking because I do not want to see that in my boys treating women that way. And so I would tell all the girls, like, if you have a boyfriend, if number one, if he's ever hit you, get rid of him. Go to the police, go to
Yep.
your parents, get help. And then also, if they want to go through your phone to see if you're texting other boys, get rid of them because they're going to be controlling.
Yeah,
You
there's a
know.
lot of red flags about narcissists, who they are, and
hmm
how they treat people. And
And it's
with that knowledge, like my daughter knows red flags already.
right.
I didn't know red flags at 11 years old. My daughter does.
Right. Hi,
She knows when
Nikki. Hi,
she knows,
Joy.
hey guys, she knows when something's wrong now. I mean, and I think that's awesome because I wish I had those,
Oh, yeah,
because I had
definitely.
that gut feeling, but you second guess yourself, especially when you're in this relationship with this awesome person that you thought is just, you know, the shit doesn't stink. And
Yep.
then all of a sudden they switch. And it's not like an all of a sudden switch. It's like they poke at you a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit here, and
hmm
then before you know it, the mask slips off and you're with a monster that you just don't
Exactly.
recognize. You're
Yeah.
tiptoeing around them like you're on eggshells so you don't piss them off. It's so sad. And because I had that history, like watching her on the camera with the
When the police
police,
stopped her.
I could
Yes.
tell. I knew right away that it was him, and
hmm
even though they were looking at her like the aggressor, she wasn't in any way.
Exactly. And
So,
if they had
yeah,
arrested him for assaulting her right then, she may still be alive. That may
absolutely,
have that may have been what it took for her to go home to her parents and get him out of her life.
absolutely.
And I mean, it's not just girls that has to look out there. I mean, there's guys that needs to look out for those signs too, because girls can be that way too. And if they're trying to control you, if they're making you feel bad about yourself, if they're trying to keep you from your family, um, if your parents tell you they don't like them or there's a problem, maybe you should. If I'd have listened to my mom, I'd have never got married to the person I married the first time. But I didn't. I was, 18 years old. I knew it all, just like most 18 years old nowadays, they know it all. And
Yep,
um, and I stayed in that relationship for 18 years, that marriage for 18 years because I had three kids. And, you know, in the beginning, it wasn't like that. But each week, each year, it just got just a little bit worse. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like you said, there was red flags to begin with, but I ignored them. And that's what a lot
Yeah.
of kids do when they think they're so in love with someone.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Me, that gut feeling, I just second guessed myself because I allowed my emotions to lead me.
right.
And the thought of, oh my God, I have to do this again. And once I had the kids, that's where it really became hard to leave. It was
Yep.
I was doing everything for the kids. I was working 24-hour shifts. I was trying to get my son to a just to a special school because of the autism, which was in a wonderful school. I think it made such a big difference in him, and we were so thankful to have them. Getting him there, I wasn't allowed to drop him off to school until 7:45. So I had to wait, run him in real quick. They wouldn't even take him by the door for me. I had to run him into class, run back to the car, drive, and get to the busiest fire station we had. And even though I had seniority, I had to bid that station to get him to school on time. That was all on me. Getting the kids up
Right.
ready, getting them to school, that was all on
Yep.
me. And moving away from him, my house was a lot further. So then I would have to do it a lot further. And those things you're like, God, I'm drowning right now. How is it going to be when I'm going to be even further away? But eventually it just got to the point where I was like, forget this, like, And what they don't tell you, what I didn't know, is it's 10 times worse when you leave.
Yep. And it
So,
is. Oh my God.
yeah,
And when you've got people that tell them stuff about you, that makes it even worse because, you know, they're telling them where you've been and all this stuff. And I know you went so and so, and you think they're stalking you.
yep.
That's what
Well, they
happened with
are
me.
by asking where you're going and stuff. They are. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. And then
And
they,
you
my
know,
biggest, I don't know if you went through it, but like with mine, my kids were put through hell because I mean, he
yep.
would like, especially my youngest, he would set him on the couch and say, "You're not going to bed till you tell me who's over at your mom's house." And he's like, "Dad, mom hasn't had any men over to the house. Not one.
Mhm. Yep.
She
Well,
hasn't
mine
been with anybody."
punishes them. Mine will put
Yep.
them to work.
Mm-hmm. It's
Um,
like, tell me this or you're gonna get this. Tell me this. And,
yeah.
and and they don't
And if
understand how bad that is for the kids, especially a father to boys. And that's where they learn how to treat their wife,
women,
their future wife.
yeah.
Yeah, women in
My
general.
he'll if they tell me what he's doing at the house and I make a stink of it, they're punished.
Yep,
And I've had to make a stink because it was so bad. I was so broken at what that they were going through, what I had to go through.
yep,
And I've brought him back to court. I've made CPS complaints, which I thought I would never be, a CPS caller, but it got that bad. And with CPS with me, they wouldn't help me because it was all emotional. And
right.
there was some physical, but because he wasn't leaving obvious marks,
Yep,
the only thing they could do is to suggest counseling, which he absolutely refused. I
so did
finally got
mine.
him. I finally got him to go after 2 years of the abuse. I finally got him to do it was during the C on the phone, and he went 4 times and quit and said, "I'm not doing this anymore." And the psychologist called me up, and a really well-known psychologist, and he said, in my 27 years career, I've never seen this. Never. It's bad.
Yep,
It's really bad.
that's horrible.
Yeah. So
It's
it's
like if we
definitely
could go
important to
back
tell
to
our kids, like, give those red flags to our kids when they're young. If a man treats you
yep,
this way, tell your boys, don't treat this way. Don't do. And
yep.
men are abused as well,
Oh
you
yeah,
know.
absolutely.
Yeah, so they need to know the red flags too of what not to accept as well.
Yep. And like Joy said, she said, yes, leaving must be planned. Well, that's the worst time. And that's true. I
Yeah.
mean, you have to plan it. And if they are abusive and you're really afraid they're going to harm you, then you need to plan out where you're going to go to where they can't find you. Um, there's like underground women that help other women do that.
Yeah, we have a place here that's well hidden and their address and isn't announced. That I was dealing with them for a little bit, but I didn't need their housing. I had my own house, thankfully. But, I was living with him, but had my stepfather living in my own house, that I was still paying for. Yes,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah, my brother was abused by his ex-wife. It does, it happens.
Yeah, my brother was. I mean, he was also an abuser, so I guess they were kind of tit for tat, but I don't think he ever hit her, but she did hit him. But he was like very angry and controlling. And also, I mean, and you got two people in a relationship like that and you put kids in the middle of it. It's horrible. Worse than,
Mhm.
one being that way. Because at least
Yep.
if you've got one parent that's stable and that can, you know, help the kids know what to do to stay away from that abuse when it's happening,
Mhm.
but I wish I had left when my kids were babies, like when they were a lot younger, because it would have made a big difference, I think, in them now. But I'm so proud of my boys. My youngest one gives me a fit. Everybody knows that story. But, you know, I have a staff sergeant in the Marines, and
Yep.
I was told by someone very, very high up when I went to the Marine Ball how proud I should be at how I raised him. And I was just had tears in my eyes because that was a very proud moment for me. And my oldest one, he was a EMT. And now he's mainly doing
You there? Are you guys in chat? Can you hear me? Think we may have
Sorry about
lost.
that. That was Tony.
Oh, okay. I was like, maybe we lost you. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay,
My
that's
phone
all
has
right.
been giving me a fit. Can you hear me?
Say it again. Oh,
Can you hear
it's
me?
now. Yeah, now it sounds good,
I can't hear
but
you.
I'm
Hold
getting
on.
I'm getting an echo.
Okay, let me do something. I'm going to switch to my tablet if you can hear me
Okay. Yeah,
because I can't hear
I can
you.
hear you now. I can hear you now perfectly.
Oh, okay. I just have to hold the
Yeah,
phone up to
just
my ear,
keep.
which is probably fine since I'm not showing my face right
Oh, now it kind of
now. Can
it's
you hear me now?
muddled. Yep.
Is that good? Okay.
Yeah, that's good. Oh
Okay.
Lord. I used to have a problem in StreamYards when I go on my phone.
That's what I'm
They all
on.
used to they all used to like say jokes that they were gonna give me a helmet because I used to fall off. What had happened would I lose sound after a certain amount of time on StreamYards, I would lose
Hmm.
sound and then start falling off and I couldn't stay up on panel.
Yeah, that's what
So,
mine's been doing. It's crazy. That was actually Tony's going to come up. I think she said she had to take care of stuff. So she said if I'm still on when she gets done, she'll probably come up with us.
oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what she's gonna do with the channel. The things
Yeah.
she's been discussing and stuff. I'm so excited to see that for her.
Yeah. Her and I have been kind of working together on both our channels
Good,
and ideas. So yeah.
good. I'm happy
Let's get
about
back on
that.
track, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Definitely. Did you hear, I put it in chat in Tony's that, Oslo, Norway, during an LGBT, pride festival, 2 people were killed and 21 shot.
oh
Isn't
my
that horrific?
gosh, that's horrible.
Yeah.
That is
I just
horrible.
read that this morning. I was like, "Oh my lord." There's still so much hate out there, you know?
Yep.
It's really sad. Hey, Tony. There she is. Oh, my voice just
Okay.
went out.
Come on up, honey. I'm changing to my tablet. Let me drop the link.
Okay.
There you go, Tony. Come on up. I'm probably going to have to put my ears on too if I use my tablet because usually there's a bad echo.
Yeah, when I use my laptop, I have to put ears on because there's always an echo. It's usually not that bad, but it's still annoying. Ooh, my stomach just growled. I don't know if you guys heard that. It was pretty loud. I guess I'm hungry. Hey, Faith. She's gonna be back on. She's just switching over to her tablet. Oh, there's Tony. Hey, Tony.
Hello, Lori. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Uh, dealing with everyday life. You know how that goes. Oh, all good.
Yeah, yeah.
Sit down.
So
It
is
is,
Morgan your
it never
niece?
gets easy.
She's trying to switch over to her
She,
she's trying to switch over to her um what is it?
uh,
I can't think of the word
the thing. Yeah,
yeah, the
Morgan
thing.
is my niece, my niece by marriage. Yeah, it's my husband's sister's daughter. She had to
Oh, she's
leave her
sweet.
mom about a year ago and get a restraining order against her mom because her mom was abusing. I don't want to get
Oh
into it because I
god.
don't know what we
No,
can
yeah.
say, but she's
Yeah.
actually abused
Oh.
her whole life. I mean, and her
Oh,
mom has, it messed her up. Like her grandma
I'm
had to get
sure.
custody. Dad did because, her mom just her mom, I remember her being 3 or 4 years old, and she came up to me. We were driving in the car, and I was smoking a cigarette, and she told me, "Aunt Tony, my mommy makes me smoke those." And I'm like, "What, these cigarettes?" She said, "No, the stinky stuff." And I knew what that
Oh,
meant. I knew, and this was
yeah.
like when she was 3 or 4. Yeah.
Oh,
So I
no.
had to take it to the grandma, and we decided to
Step
get,
in.
yeah, yeah,
Good.
Hi,
She
Faith. How are
seemed like
you?
such a nice girl. There you are.
yeah.
Can
She
you hear
don't
me now?
have one, but her
Yeah.
dad. Um, that my husband's mom had died in 2015, so
Oh,
hopefully she'll
wow.
meet some great people on here and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
Tony,
subscribe to her.
Mm.
I was telling Lori about how you and I are going to help with each other's channels and
Yeah,
that kind of stuff.
yeah.
I
Tony
think
was,
it's a
Do
great
different
idea.
things. Think it's different days, Like I came up with just some silly ones. I don't even know if they're all of them are in fact but they probably are
right.
the names.
Hmm.
Yeah. But I just got to figure out, But someone came in and said that I probably shouldn't have one that says serial killers.
Hmm.
So
Well,
yeah, they gave me, it was LLC. They gave me another version to maybe do,
Cosmo.
but then I don't want to use someone else's thing and get copyright.
Yeah.
We have to look
What you
into
do?
terms of YouTube and see, because I don't think that's a banned word. And I've
I didn't think
seen,
so either.
well, one, you can definitely talk about them. Definitely, because there's been so many people that have done things on Bundy and just
Hmm.
all of the well-known that we know
Yeah,
of. Um,
yeah,
Right.
so it would just be if whether you could put it in your title or not, or you can just use the
Mhm.
person's name.
yeah.
I don't know.
I
Well,
can kind of do it. It doesn't matter. It's not
brainstorm and
something big, but it's like something. If I'm going to be criticized about something so small as that, that's retarded. Or not retarded.
yeah,
Sorry, I redressed that word. I did not say it in a bad way.
I know
And
what you're
believe
saying.
me, I
You're
didn't.
good.
I
yeah.
just slipped into it because I have a grandson, and there's been, different times he's had to get stuff done, surgeries and stuff. And that word just, oh my God, now I feel like shit.
It's okay. It's sometimes it slips, and we just have to, you know, just as long as you know, like you're like, oh my God, and you have that, then it's fine.
Yeah, I
I
just
used it before. Be honest, I used it before, and you know, now we
yeah,
know how hurtful it is. It was a word you used when
yeah,
you were a kid and stuff, and
yeah.
so
And now I
you
know,
know,
I mean, I'm not like that at all. So I'm
we
not
know
for
that,
that at
Tony.
all.
We know that. We know
And I
that
don't
about
want
you.
everybody to think that. Sorry, it's all good. I've taken
It's
my
all
name
right,
into your
Tony. You're fine. You're fine.
You're
You made a
fine.
mistake, slip
Absolutely.
of the tongue. That's okay. We
It's
all do
fine.
it. Yeah.
Yep.
yeah, and I don't represent the channel or anything. I don't want people to think that.
No.
Oh well,
Yeah.
I'm sorry I made a mistake. I retracted my mistake and I caught onto it early. And I'm not that type of person.
Right. We know that,
So how are
Tony. We
you
know your
doing?
heart.
It's all good, and Lori, how you guys doing?
Good. Since we were
I'm
just on
doing
your
good.
channel, huh?
I'm doing
Did
good.
you guys read my name?
Yes, I like
Yeah,
it.
that's cute.
That would be a
That's
good
cute.
title, like to do something like if you're doing like a killer like that
Yeah,
did something with
Bad
bones or
to the
something
bone
like that.
Tuesday or
Yeah, yeah,
Wednesday.
yeah,
yeah, bad to the
yeah,
bone.
Tony, you got to start
yeah,
writing this down so you can remember when you get ready to do it.
I know.
yeah. If you
I'm
need my
not a
help to
writer.
brainstorm as well, I
I
need to
can't
start
type very
my thing,
well
but
You
on
what,
my
hon?
channel, Lori. I can't type very well because of my hands. Lori,
yeah.
you have a channel too, right? Yeah,
I have what?
I've
Oh my
watched it.
gosh.
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
it's
Lori has
been
a
a little
channel too.
crazy. Yeah, I got to
She has
start figuring it out.
she's got plenty of subs though to do it now.
Yeah, I do.
Like
I do, and
double
I think
actually what you needed.
Just, I
everybody
mean, you don't
who's
even have to do nothing at first. Just like, if you like the nature or something, just like tape that. I tape stupid stuff and upload videos.
mine, it's more of just learning the system. I have to learn StreamYards and I have to learn how to share things. It's just that right now. That's what I'm trying to figure out. So I'm probably going to have to come up and do some practice runs a
Yeah,
few
I'll,
times
I'll be fine
and then
with
I
doing
can
it.
get, yeah, yeah.
I gotta do a practice run with All Good.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what it's about, because you don't know how to work everything, and you don't know, what the codes are to YouTube, and the names that you can say and you can't say.
Yep. We're gonna have to learn that
Um,
together.
can you look in back
I'm
chat real
sorry.
quick? It's all good. I just wanted to give you a heads up.
Yep. I just blocked somebody, so but
Yeah, but I was going to write in back chat. She shouldn't have been.
okay, go ahead. Yep.
How are
Okay.
you? Yeah, his brother was abused by his wife. Wow. And they have a standard that men can't be abused. Women can, but I don't think they realize men can be abused too. And they, you know, um that's a double standard right there. They
Miss
think
T, I'm trying to fix what just happened.
I did. It's good.
Good job. I couldn't figure out how to see. That's where I like having other people
I
on
will
panel with me
talk
to
with
help me
Amanda
figure
and
stuff
Chris.
out.
Yeah.
Faith, honey, if you got a headache, you need to go eat something and
Well,
see if it
like
helps.
Lori is on it. Lori's on stuff. There's other people in here that are on it too.
Yep.
It's Mom Joy, Nikki.
Yeah, I've been trying to get back into reading about cases and stuff like that. Get my mind refocused.
Yeah, that's what
Exactly.
I've
So,
done
yeah.
too. I've highlighted some things and then I wrote some things down. Because sometimes I get on there and I do the cult, the Manson cult.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that was crazy. That story is very interesting.
Yes.
Yeah,
I've seen
there's
like
more
all
to
the reads on that.
Crazy how somebody can
yeah.
mind control. He said that he learned how to manipulate people in prison when he was arrested when
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
pretty young. Yeah.
And a lot of people are like that, and they have that prison mentality where they can trick and mind control anybody. It seems like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I believe it. And he
Yeah.
grew up in institutions, and
They have the underlying personality disorder, but
mhm. He had a
sometimes
problem with his
arresting,
mommy.
yeah, a lot of
They
men that are
usually all do.
narcissists have
Mhm.
definite mother issues. Definite. Like they're
Yes.
either mama's boys, the golden child, or
Mhm.
they hate their mom. Like it's
Yeah.
usually either
Like Ted Bundy
extreme.
hated his mom after he found out that it was not his sister and it was his mother because
Right.
they
I
were
remember that.
rapists. Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
And so he hated her.
So therefore he hated women.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And he
That's
wanted
his thing.
to punish women. That's a lot of things is that that's what they want to do. And a lot of serial killers will
Hmm.
say and tell you that, it was because of that, their mothers and what it's just,
A
it's,
lot
it's
of male
crazy.
narcissists, I've looked really into it, and that's what I really want to touch up to on my channel. But
I want to listen to that. That would be wonderful
yeah,
to hear.
what oh, I was gonna say, narcissists
Lori.
really don't like women. They don't like them. They
Right.
use them for what they get pleasure from, but
Mm-hmm.
they don't like women, and that's comes out in their abuse.
Yep. And actually vice versa. I mean, women can be narcissists too.
Oh
So
yeah. So and
yeah.
women narcissists are usually the really manipulative,
Oh
really
yeah, because they've
manipulative.
got more than what a man's got to put out there. Just saying.
Yeah,
Yep.
they know how to play more
Yep.
games. They know how to play more mind games.
Wow, I used to
Yeah,
tell
they're
my
real.
husband, yeah, I used to tell my husband that, oh God, I forgot. I've been doing a lot of that. I don't know,
I
lately. I
have
forget.
too. I've done it a couple
Yeah,
times already today.
I think I already did too.
It'll come back. Don't worry. Mine
I
always does.
hope.
Uh,
I don't think it's gonna come back, Lori. I think somebody's got to tell me what I was saying last. I literally asked people, "Can you tell me what I just said to you?" I
I
asked. It's all
know.
good.
oh yeah, today.
Yeah.
I've done it. I get it.
That's
I
crazy.
can raise my hand on
I
that
love
one.
you guys. I love you, the Lori. That's why I love you.
Have
Lori
have you
investigates and she backs her
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, and I love to do it. I love to
Yeah,
have,
you love it.
yeah,
Don't
I really
nobody go
do.
against her because she can do
Well,
what
I'm
she wants
wrong. I
to do.
mean, I gotta, been wrong, definitely. But if I talk about something, I try to be knowledgeable in it, or I just try not to talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
You're really good at that, and I like that about you.
Thank you, honey. What was I gonna say? Now
So
I
I
forgot.
guess Tony's
What
gonna
is
get
it
her.
with us bitches forgetting today?
I don't know. I
It's
think
because
it's like a
our
mind fog.
minds.
We all have PTSD too, and you get that mind
You
fog.
know, it can be a
Yeah,
You
mind
know.
fuck too.
Yeah,
and
that
I
one
think
too.
we're like telling our mind to reset itself today. To get back to the positive. So therefore, our it's just like clearing out completely. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
it's like we ate the shit, and then again, now we
You're
regurgitated it.
breaking up. You're breaking up, Tony.
Okay. Can you hear now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. It's like an owl, we ate the shit, right? And then now we need to regurgitate it. And what I'm saying by that, you can look up and see what an owl does. After they eat, they regurgitate their food, and it's called owl pellets. And we were taught how to take them apart and find the bones from things they ate, and we could put an animal back together with those bones. So it's like we can do that. It's like we regurgitate, take it all in. We took it all in. We ate it, and then now it's time to regurgitate it.
There you go. I
Mhm.
love that analogy.
Yep.
Well, it's
I'm
because
having,
we did a thing on owl pellets. Or yeah, we had to do one. I thought, shit,
Owl
that's so
pellets.
true. Yeah, I think they're called owl something. You go and you have to take them apart with there's hair in there, and you find bones on there and what they ate because
Mm-hmm.
they regurgitate it after they eat it. The
Mm.
owls do,
Mm.
and like the bones, you could
That's so
actually find
gross.
enough bones to make an animal, and so we would glue that onto a paper in school.
Wow. I never
Yeah,
knew that. That's crazy.
yeah.
Learn something
So
new every
yeah,
day.
and they're called owl pellets.
Hmm.
sorry, you guys. I was working on my tablet. Thank you guys for talking so much for me today. I appreciate it so much. Um, no, I was working on my tablet because it wouldn't let me control my own chat or anything on my
Dang.
phone. It's
Hey,
weird.
JR.
So what I did, excuse me, what I did was went on my tablet and did you know that you could, after you posted the link to come on panel, that you can go back and delete it?
No, I didn't know that, but I think only you can do that. Your mods can't do that.
Right.
Yeah. So it's gonna be the channel holder. Oh, Yaya saying she did that back in high school too. I
She
never
did.
heard of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, we're closer. I think it's a Wisconsin thing, or not Wisconsin. I think it's a Midwest thing. I don't
Midwest,
know.
Northern, yeah.
Yeah, like we're not
Wow.
that far apart. I'm in Indiana.
What were
Yeah,
you
oh
saying
yeah,
again?
that's close.
What were you saying that you did? That Yaya said
The
she
owl
did?
pellets. Owl pellets. The regurgitated bones, and you put them together in school to make things
Oh
out of
wow.
them.
Oh wow. I
It's
no,
pretty
I've never
gross
heard of
if
that.
you think about it, but
It really is.
oh.
I'm gonna tell you something though. We dissect frogs and like Odin did me, and I was little, and so I chopped up fat was fat something from the damn frog, fat bodies or something. I don't know what it was. And when I had my friend ask her for help so that she would go over and talk to the person and show him something. And then I put them in her hair, and she didn't know. But when she turned her hair and stuff, you'd see the fat bodies coming out. I'm
Oh,
sorry, I was a
jeez.
mean girl. I
Oh,
was a mean
God. I
girl.
remember having to dissect a frog in high school. Ugh, and I love science. I love anatomy. I love all that,
Yeah.
but I don't know, there's something about doing it to the frog. I was just like, ugh, it's
Oh,
gross.
it was dead. They were like frozen, and I
JR,
didn't
did
like
you do
it.
the
Like a
owl
lot of
thing
people
too?
didn't do it.
Sorry.
So
Oh,
I got a
really?
partner that would do it all, so I didn't even have to touch it.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool if your partner, yeah, that would be that's very cool.
Yeah, but I liked all that. I liked literate or what's that? What is it? Oh, I can't think of for like little. I don't know. I liked history. I loved history. Loved it.
I love history too. Love it.
That's what.
Like
Yeah, I mean, like I
history
got
geek.
used to have to go to
Yeah.
sleep watching it.
Yeah, my
I
son for fun watches documentaries and he's done
I
that
love
since he's
documentaries.
13. Yeah. Yep.
So he's watched them. My kids watch stuff like that. Like when I don't know if you just heard that they found the Zodiac killer. They think they found
Oh,
it. Well, I thought, which of my kids are going to come first and tell me that? Well, my son called and then my daughter called and they both told me about it.
oh, so they're into this stuff too.
Yes, they're
Yeah.
into that. Then they're into the gangster and the killers and all that.
Oh, you guys, if you there's this thing called the soft white underbelly. It is on
Mhm.
YouTube and he's got quite a big following, like over 3 million. And he
Wow.
just did a doc with like a docu-series thing on a real gangster, like that knew all like the old, not too old, but like maybe
Yeah,
it was like the 60s, 70s area growing up in the neighborhood, looking up
yeah,
into all the
that era.
gangsters, and then he became one. I can't remember his name,
Yeah.
but he did him, and then
He
he also
became one. And
does
when was he?
what?
Are you gonna? Where was that?
Tony, you're breaking up, honey, really bad.
Where was he from?
It was New York.
New York.
Hold on, yeah, let me see.
There's things in New York. It was what was it? Lucky Luciani built the crime family to make it organized. Sorry, crime
Organized crime.
instead of it being
Yeah.
all over. Yeah, he wanted to make it more organized, where there's different families, different parts that do different things. But he was in charge, and him and other people. But the other guy was not Italian, so he couldn't do it. But Lucky Luciani did. Uh,
His name
and
was
then there it went
the one that did the interview was John Elite,
John
and
Ali.
he was with John Elite. Yeah, hold on, I'll tell you a little bit more in a minute. I read it and I just
Yeah,
didn't
like there's
retain
John
the.
Gotti, but his was like in the 20s. He actually died of syphilis, and you couldn't get him on nothing. They tried to indict him on everything, and he couldn't. So what they did finally is they got him on tax evasion,
He
and he
was
was
part
put
of
in
the, yeah, most of them. That's what they got him on. They got him on
yeah,
that
for laundering.
Gambino crime family associate, who
Oh
later in his
yeah,
life
okay,
became a
all right.
government witness. He was
Oh
agreeing to
yeah, I
testify
remember
against the
that.
crime family John A. Jr. Gotti in 2008. Yeah, it was really cool. You would love it if you want to watch that because you're into
I
that.
would.
It was really interesting. I can send the thing to you. Do you want me to do that?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
link
just
to
send
it?
it to me.
Yeah.
And then I'll get a link. Will you email it to me? Because that's how I can get it on my laptop.
All right, hold on one second. Let's do it right now.
All right.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay, good. Good. Sorry about
Go
that. I had
ahead
to talk to my
and give.
husband.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead and just give me your email address, please.
Okay. It's G
Mm-hmm.
O D N E S S
Mm-hmm. Love?
1954. Yeah, Love. That's my
Uh-huh.
grandma's last name.
Oh.
1954
Uh-huh.
at gmail.com. It was supposed to say goddess love, but it didn't. I didn't spell it right.
I like
That's all
that though
right.
because it's unique.
I'm too
Yeah.
lazy to go change it.
Hi,
Okay, I
George.
emailed it to you. If you don't get it, please just let me know and I will figure out a
I
way to
will.
get it to you, or I'll re-email it because it
I
was
will.
really interesting. It's not that long either. It was like a half an hour. But you'll love the actual the person that does that's the soft white underbelly. And
Yeah.
he'll do things
It
about the
may be
people of
the
Appalachia. Yeah, go ahead.
Goodfellows movie. That was real and that really happened. It could be that too. I don't know. Because that was
I
in the
love those
70s.
movies. Yeah. My
Yeah,
mom's
I got
favorite
a
movie was The
picture on my
Godfather.
wall that says Al
Yeah.
Pacino.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
it's like glass. And my son Gavin stole it from me and put it on his wall.
Oh,
But
It's cool when your
I
kids
got
are
it back,
interested in the
but I
same
hung
thing
it
you
up
are.
in the group. I know they are. And then even music. Like, even music. Like, I don't know if your guys' kids are, but like, they're even music. And I'm like, that's music I listen to. And they like don't want you to know that you're listening to the same music as them
Mm-hmm.
or anything.
Yeah, my daughter is more into the music than my son,
Well, I
but
showed there's a picture I showed all good, and it was my shirt my daughter got, and each one of the kids look like my kids with their hair and my hair, and it says proud mom, mama or mother, and it has them in the middle, and it says mother of a few dumbass kids.
that's cute.
it's so cute.
Yeah.
It's actually cuter than what it sounds like it would be.
Hey, my daughter admitted it. I can't take it back.
That's right.
I didn't have to.
Yeah, no, that's cute.
They got their dad one too, or she did, and it's like fist punch, and then it has their name on each of the punch things, and it says "World's Greatest Dad."
Oh, cool. Welcome, George Oliveira from Portugal. How you doing?
That's cool. Great
I
to
love
have you here.
I love seeing people from all over the country. It's so cool that
Yeah,
we
me
can
too.
talk with people that we would normally never. I mean, even in the States, like we can talk with people we would never normally meet. It's pretty awesome.
Exactly.
It
Yep.
is. It is, and I love meeting
Mm-hmm.
people that's different cultures, different.
Mm-hmm.
Though just the way
Just,
they talk, and I know the accents, and I watch all
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
that stuff about the old
just a
country.
mix of everything. But
Yeah.
I love it. You
Yeah,
guys,
me
I
too.
told my hubby I wouldn't be on here but about 10 more minutes. He's not
Okay.
feeling good. I think he caught what my granddaughter caught also.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So I
Poor
haven't,
guy.
they took her to the doctor. Can you believe they took her to the doctor and they didn't do any tests whatsoever?
Oh, I
Not
can
They
a,
didn't
believe
do a
it.
seed test?
not a C test, not a flu test,
What the hell?
um, not a strep test for her throat or anything.
Wow.
So
Wow.
her mom was supposed to take her back to the
Her
doctor this
mom
week,
needs
but
to be
I haven't heard
very.
anything.
Does she have a fever?
Yeah, like the night that I
Yeah.
got her, that night she had a
Wow.
fever of 103.
And then it went down, I think, a little,
Wow.
didn't it?
Yeah, it kept going back up. It would go down and then it would be like 99, 101, 100, whatever. And as
Mm-hmm.
long as she had the medicine in her, the fever would go down.
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
I have this thing I did with my kids. This old doctor um, told me to do this. Instead of giving them like the full dose of Tylenol or full dose of ibuprofen,
Mm-hmm.
you give them half a dose of each.
Hmm.
Yes.
And,
Yep.
and then
And
I've
every
you
four
heard
can give
that
it
hours.
to
too, but
them.
then I heard that's
Yeah.
dangerous. But I don't
What,
know
give,
now.
What, giving them a half a dose of
No.
each? It's not.
Yeah, like I've always heard you're not allowed to mix ibuprofen with what the hell is that? Tylenol.
Tylenol.
Tylenol? No,
But they
that's
used to
Oh,
wrong.
tell
no.
me that with my kids to do both. And so I
Yeah,
do.
that's not
Usually
true.
they interchange. Usually you're going to give a dose of Motrin and then a dose of Tylenol 4 hours
Yeah.
later, and then a dose of Motrin
Yeah.
and then a dose of Tylenol. But to do half and half, it kind of gives you the both of the medicine properties
Yeah.
right away to help bring it
Yeah.
down. So that wouldn't be a problem. You wouldn't be
Especially,
overdosing.
yeah, especially that first dose. It's good. I mean,
Yeah.
I did that with my kids since they were little, and my oldest is like 30 something now, and that's what I do
Yeah.
with my granddaughters.
We just did it with
Well,
my
we learn
daughter. She
different
started
things.
what?
Go ahead, baby.
Oh, yeah, my daughter, she just had a fever not too long ago, 103, and
Wow.
gave her both of those at the same time, and it popped it out, nothing else. She never
Yeah.
had a
The
fever
Wow.
doctor
again.
told
No
me when
cold
they're doing it,
symptoms.
it's fine and actually helps better.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yep.
But what what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna shut this down now so I can go do some stuff for my hubby,
Help
and
him. Okay.
yeah. And then
Yeah.
I'll come back on later on though. I'll text you guys and let you know I'm coming back on, and we can
I'll
start where we
probably
left off.
might come on
Okay, I'll
too,
see if I can
just if
find any.
nobody else is, just for shits and giggles, just
All
Mm-hmm.
right, I'll
talking
see if I can find anything else
anything.
to the news that's coming out or anything on
Yeah, current
cases.
good.
Everybody's
Waiting.
on that
Yeah.
Roe versus Wade. That Roe versus Wade. And I think
Yeah,
Og that
I'm
I
gonna
talked
Yeah.
about
do.
it
Yeah,
to the channel.
I think tomorrow. If both of you or one of you, whatever, wants to come up with me and do that, I'm gonna do my whole show about that tomorrow.
I
And it's not
know
gonna
about
be
it illegally a little bit because I've been following it on the
Yeah.
legalities and
on the
I've been
legal. Yeah,
watching attorneys talk about it. So yeah, I could do that for you if you'd like.
yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Because I want to do
And
it
I'm
like I
very
don't want
passionate.
opinions.
You're what? You're very passionate.
Yeah, I'm very passionate
Okay.
About that.
Yeah.
about that.
Okay.
I'm sure a
Well,
lot of
yeah.
people are. There's a lot of people now are affected by that,
Yeah,
but I just don't feel like
But we
the
got to try to
government's
keep our opinions out of it,
Yeah.
like try
exactly.
to, because that's
Like
what's going to
our
start
beliefs.
fights. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to
Yeah,
start
I'm gonna
fights.
try to
yeah.
figure that
I don't want to do it with what our beliefs are. I want to do it as
Yeah.
this is what the law said. This is what it changed. This is what it really didn't
Facts.
change. That sort of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. That's a better way of putting it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So
like, you're not biased to the situation. I know she's got to get down here.
yeah, but that's okay. We'll talk about it when I
Okay.
get back.
Okay.
And I
Sounds
love
good.
you,
Baby.
girls.
Love
Talk to you later.
you.
I
Love you,
love you
Lori.
guys.
Talk to you guys. Bye.
I'll talk to you real soon. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Love you all
Bye.
good.
Love you, honey.
Love you, babe. Bye.
Um.
It
So
won't let me
everybody
leave the
remember
damn
to
show.
do what?
It won't let me leave the show.
Hit the bottom right. You see where it says end?
Yeah.
Well, you know how to do it. What am I trying to say? You're
Yeah,
fine.
it's
If you want to just stay right there for just a second
yeah.
before I end it. Everybody, thank you for coming. Please hit the like button. We will be back later on this afternoon. Remember to love yourself because you can't love anyone else if you don't love yourself, and be kind to everyone.
Life
Bye.
and love. Bye.